We begin with major breaking news out of Westport tonight. Emergency crews have just left the scene of a Metro North train that lost power and was stuck outside of the Green Farm station.
For passengers on the train, it was a nightmare because the air conditioning on the train went off, the power went down. Firefighters got people off the train now. They cooled them down with water, sent others to get some emergency help. News 8's Mark Robbins is on the scene. Mark, what can you tell us at this hour?
Guys, nightmare is an absolute correct analogy right now, because these people are on, a couple hundred people on this train for about 90 minutes. It came out of Grand Central at 1:34, supposed to hit New Haven at about 3:18. It got stuck here at the Green Farm station. What has been happening? This is the third train on Metro North's line today to be stuck somewhere. What's happening is the excessive heat is causing the electrical lines to droop, and when they droop, they get caught up in the top of the train. The train pulls them, boom, the train loses power, the train becomes dead. So that's what happened here. People, a couple hundred people on the tracks on the train for about 90 minutes. Westport came, had about 10 emergency vehicles here. Fairfield came, bringing a ton of water. I talked to the assistant fire chief from Fairfield. He said they just loaded up their trucks and brought water. For some reason, the people were on this train for about 90 minutes. They have since been taken off and taken by another train to New Haven. Now, I'm being told by people in and around the train station here that there is no train service to New York City right now. I know you guys are going to talk to Metro North in just a moment, so be alert. If you're trying to get anywhere on Metro North, you're going to probably have a delay. You should certainly check the website, call, do something before you go out to the train tracks. We heard a couple of people taken to the hospital. A lot of people very, very upset that they were made to wait 90 minutes on this train without heat, without power, without electricity in this heat. We'll try to get a little bit more on the story a little bit later on. For now, reporting live in Westport, I'm Mark Robbins, News 8.
All right, Mark, thanks very much. And as you said, Marjorie Anders is joining us now, the MTA spokeswoman. She's on the line. Marjorie, thank you for joining us tonight. Now, some of those folks said that they were on this train for 90 minutes. We did hear that some of the folks were jumping off that train on both sides just to get out. What do you know?
I have not heard of anyone evacuating the train. That would be a very foolish thing to do. It is a highly charged, literally electrical environment, and the reason that there's no air conditioning when the train becomes disabled is because we have to turn the power to the wires off so that our crews can get up on top of the trains and disentangle the disabled pantographs. The pantographs are those mechanical arms on the roofs that get the power to make the train go. So the result of turning the power off is no air conditioning. It's a terrible situation, but there's no alternative. We have to get the train on the move. You have to fix it.
Marjorie, we've had other reports of trains not having air conditioning in this heat. How widespread is that problem today?
Well, it's an aging fleet, but the air conditioning is generally in good shape on most of the trains. But with this kind of excessive heat, and with 40-year-old equipment, it may not be as cool as your car or your home. But it is not 100 degrees inside the trains unless there's no power.
Marjorie, Mark said that he wasn't sure whether train traffic was moving along as normal on a Friday afternoon. What can you tell us? Is there train service in and out of Grand Central right now?
Yeah, all the service is normal with the exception of trains between Stamford and New Haven. There are delays on those eastbound trains going from Stamford to New Haven of about 45 minutes because of congestion, because of these disabled trains here and there, and because we have a couple of tracks out of service for construction projects. Summer is our heavy construction season, so we have some serious constraints, but we are moving trains east to New Haven. Now, the westbound service that's inbound from New Haven to New York, that has been temporarily suspended because that's not the bulk of the traffic. So we're trying to use the little train traffic. Excuse me. We're trying to make use of the few tracks that we have to take care of the most people who are in fact going home.
So it is suspended in one direction. All right.
In one direction, it is. Yes.
Marjorie, thank you very much. We'll keep checking on this.
Marjorie,
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yep.